Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Transcendent Kismet. And I am offering today a reading for the next 7 days. This is a timeless read. So, whenever you come across this reading, it is meant for you. And it is a pick a pile reading. So, I have 4 elephants here. I'm not going to show you the piles, I'm going to show you the elephants so that you can visually decide which elephant you want to choose. You may want to base it off of the color of the elephant, what the elephant looks like, or you may want to base it just off the number. There's also something that I even use sometimes if I'm not too sure about my intuition. There's called the random number generator, which is found online. You just put in the number and let it choose for you under the law of attraction. So we have 4 piles here. I'm going to go ahead and sage this reading, and we're going to say a prayer. We're going to ask Spirit to come in and please guide and give us clear, direct insight on the next 7 days. For those who come across this reading, I ask for ancient ancestors, guides, and angels to please assist providing protection. We ask for Archangel Michael to please protect our reading, to give us the insights that we need. For those who are choosing piles, I ask that we receive clear guidance without any ambiguity, and that you allow me to be a channel for the reading. I'm going to write down the timestamps so that you don't have to try to guess what they are. The decks that I'm using, I have the Moonology Oracle book, since we are coming up to a new moon, and I'm going to be using the Crow Tarot, which is a deck that I have dedicated to doing readings for YouTube. We're using the Daily Guidance from Your Angels deck, which is a deck by Doreen Virtue, which she doesn't do this stuff anymore. She doesn't do readings and decks anymore, so it's really hard to get that deck, and I actually really like that deck a lot. I've had it for a long time. And we're doing the Energy Oracle cards as well. So we have some oracles, we have some traditional tarot, and for each pile, I'm going to also do some bibliomancy from 1001 symbols. So we're going to see what symbols you can look out for based on which pile you choose over the next 7 days. So this is a timeless read. Again, you don't have to, it's whenever you come across this reading. So what we have pile number 1. So we're going to select the piles now, and we have pile number 1, which is the elephant. It's like a pastel, girly looking elephant with her. She has like a mint green and lots of flowers. She's kind of like romantic looking, very pretty. So that's pile 1. Okay. Then for pile 2, we have this blue elephant with gold all over it. Look at his trunk. He's very cool. All right. So we have the blue elephant for pile 2. We have a wood elephant here for pile 3. You see? And for pile 4, we have this green, very ornate and gold elephant for pile number 4. Okay, so make your selections. And now we're going to begin. Now, I've pre-shuffled these cards, so I don't know what's in the piles either. So we're just going to receive the messages from Spirit and allow me to be the channel of the wisdom that needs to be provided. So we're going to start with group number 1. So that's at 413. Put a little note there. And we have Go For It, the Oracle card. It says Go For It. We have a man holding a coin. Okay. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Chalices in reverse. Okay. The 7 of Cups in reverse. And we have the 7 of Wands upright. Okay. So, all right. So this pile So you guys, listen. This is good. This is good news for those who've been going through a lot in this pile. So if you chose this pile, you have probably been dealing with a really tough cycle, like the Moonology says. It says full moon in Capricorn, which is interesting because we do have some Capricorn energy now. When I'm doing this reading, Venus is in Capricorn, and Venus is a pretty pertinent planet for a lot of us. But Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is all about karmic lessons and learning some tough lessons in life. So you probably have just been coming out of a tough cycle, and maybe you're tired, maybe you're not, but either way, the good news is that it is about to end. You are about to enter the 10 of Pentacles. There could be a man who is going to a wealthy man who has, because man holding a coin is someone who is has a lot of financial support to offer, whether it's romantically or it could be in work, in terms of work, or just a job or some type of opportunity that has to do with money. So maybe your cycle has been financial. Maybe you've been having financial hardships, and the good news is that there is someone who's coming up. It doesn't have to be a man, but male energy, meaning that it's energy that's going outward. Masculine energy is going to provide an opportunity for you that you should go for. You should go for it. It says your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered, and we, meaning the angels, have been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Ashe. So this is really good news. Okay, the end of a tough cycle approaches. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which is great, which means the 10 of Pentacles is the completion, and it is all about all of the seeds that you've planted coming back and bringing you the fruit that you've worked hard for, the fruit that it's time for you've paid your dues. It's time for your harvest to come in. The the 6 of Cups in reverse is maybe you had to come out of some child the way I'm understanding this is that you had to come out of some childish ways of thinking. Maybe the ways that you thought in your childhood weren't serving you. You needed to mature. And so you're reversing the immaturity with a mature mindset so that you can attract the success and the abundance that you need. And with the 7 of Wands as well. Wands is about action. You're going to go for it. You're going to take action. And 7 has to do with introspection. Numerologically, 7 has to do with introspection. So you're not going to be foolish. These are well thought out actions that you are going to take as far as going for it once this opportunity pops up. Okay, so over the next 7 days, there will be an opportunity that pops up that's going to end a tough cycle. And we do have a new moon when I'm doing this reading that's coming up. So it may coincide with the new moon or not. But again, this is a timeless read. So whenever you come across this reading, for pile 1, you are coming out of a tough cycle. And, sometimes it's hard when you go through tough times, sometimes you look for the other shoe to drop. So my advice as well that I'm hearing is that, stay positive, continue to keep your positive expectations. Like the angel said, continue to go for it. See, she's riding a horse too. So, you are going to go for it. You're going to move forward. You've got the bit of magic there because it's not just a horse, it's a unicorn, I just noticed. So you have the magic, okay? Remember, you are the magic and you can make it happen. And stay positive. Know that you made it through a tough cycle. You're strong, you are kind, you're wise, and you made it through. So we're gonna also pull a bibliomancy. Let's see what symbol to look out for over the next 7 days for pile 1 to kind of confirm this reading. So I'm gonna pull, and we're gonna come to, okay, so I'm drawn to the falcon. The falcon. Look for a falcon imagery, whether it's on the internet, whether it's in real life, whether it's wherever you are, look for a falcon to confirm this reading for you. Symbols of hope are frequently played off against its opposite, which is despair. An example of this is the hooded falcon, which in art portrays the hope of liberty. The general symbolism of this bird is focused on its all-seeing eye and freedom of the air. So the falcon is a symbol of hope. So again, those in this pile, you've been keeping up hope. You've been, looking for that breakthrough, and the breakthrough is on the way within the next 7 days. So that is great advice for you. And sending you love on that part of your journey. All right. So now we're going to go to those who chose pile number 2. So I'm just writing down the timestamps. But for those who chose pile number 2, which is the blue elephant. Lovely. Okay. So let's see what the cards are, advice they have for you for pile number 2. All right. So we have reward yourself from the Angel Oracle. Reward yourself. Okay. Adjacent possibilities. Okay. We have look at the bigger picture from the Moonology deck. You're being advised to look at the bigger picture. And you have major arcana here. You have the Strength card. Okay. And you have the Death card. 2 major arcana. So, and then you also have the King of Pentacles. So this is also a really good read. So what you are cautioned right now is to continue to look at the bigger picture. Adjacent possibilities means that you may have some choices to make. You have a lot of choices, but whatever choice you make, know that you want to look at the bigger picture. Don't get caught up in the details of your choice. Look at the bigger picture and consider how much you have grown, how much you have transformed. You have matured. You have transformed. You have inner strength. You have inner magic. You are able to overcome a lot. Okay, you got that Leo energy. So you have transformed. The Death card is about transformation. There's been things that you've had to cut out. It may seem like a lot of losses, but you've become a new person. You've matured. The King of Pentacles, you're not a page. You're not a knight. You are a king. Okay, you're a king in terms of your knowledge and your ability to work and to achieve. You are at king's level. Okay, so keep that in mind over the next 7 days. Reward yourself for the changes that you've made, for the transformation that you've made. Transforming is not easy, and achieving wisdom is not easy either. It means you've gone through a lot. You've had to use your strength. You've had to call on your inner strength to continue to move forward. And as you look out over these adjacent possibilities, make sure you're looking at the big picture. Don't get caught up in the details. Look at the overall picture. How is it going to affect you as a person overall? How is it going to affect the growth that you've already made? Are you going to take a step backwards? And not just in terms of pentacles, because pentacles are important, but you've had enough strength to know that it's deeper than just the pentacles. It's also about your soul. It's about your spirit. It's about yourself and who you are. The message from the angel says, you've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. So again, you've been working hard, and you've transformed. You've transformed yourself. You've transformed your situation, and probably your whole life. And so when you're looking at these possibilities, again, make sure you're looking at the big picture, not just the details, not just the little tidbits of things. Look at how this could affect your future. Look at how these decisions can affect your future generations or people who are connected to you, the whole format of it. You know what I mean? Even to the extent of sometimes, like I was watching someone that I follow on Instagram, and she was even talking about how, the foods we eat and the imprint that just the delivery of these foods have on, the karma and things of that nature. So yeah, that's the whole big picture. That's looking at the overall, the overarching thing. To me, the overarching thing should be love, should be kindness, should be justice, should be truth and wisdom. Those are the big, grand ideals that should always be the big picture. And if the possibilities don't fit within a picture that has those themes that aren't of light in terms of, and I'm not talking about, sometimes we get mired in the fact that we're human. We lose our temper. People get on our nerves. Sometimes we snap on people. Sometimes we give up. Sometimes we have self pity or anxiety or fear. That is not looking at the big picture. That's life. We're human. We are going to have those experiences. It does not mean that you are not wise. It does not mean that you're not mature. It means that you're a human being here on this earth, dealing with all of the challenge that we deal with every day, all of us. So don't get mired in that. Don't lose sight of your vision, whatever your vision is, because you have paid the price for it. You have maturity. You have calling your inner strength to move forward in the next 7 days. And then also, I'm going to pull from the 1001 symbols. Let's see what symbol you should look out for. So we're going to do some bibliomancy, ask for advice to see what symbol should you look out for to confirm what we just talked about. Okay. And wow, this is like really amazingly a huge correspondence. So the image that you should look out for is a griffin. A griffin. So if you see a griffin, you start seeing a bunch of griffins, which are like Gryffindor, maybe even from Harry Potter, or even lions. The book says here the lions of Trafalgar Square are among the best known symbols of British imperial power. But the history of the lion as a power emblem goes back to its identification with sun gods in the civilizations of Egypt and the Middle East. Using the solar glory of its golden coat and sheer physical presence, Egyptian iconography often pairs the lion with the disk of the sun, right? A human-headed lion, the world-famous Great Sphinx of Giza. The Sphinx, you could look for the Sphinx, look for the lion, look for a griffin. They simultaneously celebrate the power of the sun and of the pharaoh Khafre, and another hybrid is the griffin. It's combined the body of the lion with the head and wings of an eagle, which is different, Ashe. Okay, so those are some symbols you could look out for as far as the next 7 days to confirm this reading is for you and what you need to keep in mind. But yes, you have transformed. You've transformed, and don't lose sight of that. Make sure you keep that in mind as you look at the adjacent possibilities that you are looking at, and don't get mired in the details. Keep your vision on the bigger picture. Okay. That's very important. So Ashe. So we're going to move on to the next pile. So pile number 3, those who chose the wood elephant. Okay. I'm just going to write down the timestamp. And let's see what the cards say for pile number 3. So we have here from the angels, they're telling you to see only love. Okay. They're telling you to take action. You also have take action. All right, from the energy oracle cards. Number 17. Your commitment is being tested. Ashe. Your commitment is being tested. You have 2 major arcana cards. 3 major arcana cards. These are major issues you're dealing with over the next 7 days. Whoever chose pile number 3. You have justice upright. You have the justice card upright. You have the devil in reverse. Okay, which is good to have it in reverse. And you have the tower. You have the tower. So the tower, let's start with the tower. So those who chose pile 3, there are some tower issues in your life right now. There are issues where things are topsy-turvy. Things are being turned around and knocked upside down, and your world may seem like it's shaken up completely. Something happens in the next 7 days that is, or has happened from today through the next 7 days, that shakes up your entire world. Things are shaken apart for a reason. When you have a tower card, it is necessary. The shakeup is necessary because it shakes us out of whatever we were in, especially next to the devil in reverse. It means that there was something that you were chained to, that you are freeing yourself from, whether it's a toxic relationship, an addiction, something that is not healthy. You are freeing yourself from that. So it is good to have the card in reverse. In the next 7 days, you will be freeing yourself from this toxicness. And that is a tower. It's going to shake your world up because it's something that you've been addicted to or locked into for a while. And so with the justice card, it's time. It's overtime. It's overdue. Justice means that this is the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. Do not question the fact that it is the right thing to do, to flip this, whatever this toxic thing is, this addiction, this, whatever it is, whether it's just poor diet or smoking too much or a toxic relationship or a toxic job or whatever had you chained up. You are freeing yourself from it. You're freeing yourself from it. And yes, it's going to cause a shakeup in your whole world. It's going to turn your world upside down, but it is necessary because once after the tower in the tarot is, I think it's a star card, or it's like, it's great afterwards because you shook up your world and now you shook out, it's like shaking out the mattress. You get all the dust and the lint and all the crap out of it that needs to be taken out. So, and it is just. The justice card here this is powerful. Yes, it's life-changing. Yes, it shakes up your whole world, but it is the right thing to do for you. This is destiny. It's meant for you to do it. It says your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to yourself. At the end of the day, no matter what the commitment is, it's a commitment to yourself, the commitment to your purpose, the commitment to reason to why you're here is why this is happening. Your commitment is being tested. How much do you really want what you say you want? How much are you willing to really go after, take action, what you say you want to do? Are you really ready to put the rubber to the road? Because that's the test right there. Because you can fool everybody, but when you look in the mirror, you can't fool yourself and your soul knows what it wants, and your soul knows what it came here to do. So the cards are telling you within this week is a powerful week for you, because this is the week that you make a decision to be committed. Okay? This is the decision this is the week you make a decision to be committed, to move forward, to take the actions you need to take, to flip this devil, to get rid of this devil energy, to flip it on its head, to be done with the toxicness and everything that it entails. And it is just, this is in alignment with the universal law for your life, because whatever it is, it was not supposed to be. You've already learned the lesson that you've needed to learn, and it is time to take action. Now it says, see only love. The angels are telling you over all of this to see only love. It says, look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolve, focus upon the love that underlies every situation, brings about healing in undreamed of ways. Because at the end of the day, you cannot change anyone else, whether it's a job, a person, an addiction, whatever it is. You have to give yourself love and see the love in the situation. See how, it's possible to love from a distance. It's possible to love yourself more and love yourself better, and to love the lesson, even though it's a painful lesson, to love the lesson, because either way, it's giving you wisdom and growth to move forward with your life and to get the justice that you deserve. the justice that you deserve, because those are some powerful themes to keep in mind. Okay, so for pile number 3, for the wood elephant, let's see from the 1001 symbols. I'm going to do some bibliomancy to see what symbol you should look out for to confirm this reading. What symbols will you see that your guides will show you confirmation for what you've just seen? Whether it be on social media, in person, a commercial, a movie, you will get confirmation of this with this symbol. So let's see what symbol pops up here. So we have, okay, we have this. And this is so funny because you had the devil in reverse, which means that you got freed from something. This is the death symbol. So you may see, what people can perceive as like the death, the guy with the sickle, in theater. It says the Greek personification of death was a pitiless, dark, cloaked god called Thanatos. Okay, the mythical son of night and brother of sleep. And Euripides' play Alcestis. Okay. In art, the symbolism is usually a skeleton, often hooded and carrying a scythe, a sickle, or a sword. All right. He may hold an hourglass, symbolizing that someone's time is up. So you may see symbols of like this, of death. And it's letting you know. It's letting you know that the tower has hit, whatever the tower is. It could be, a death of a dream, of an idea, something that it's time. It's time to let the toxicness go. So, look for the different symbols for death to confirm this reading. And now, off from a negative standpoint, this could seem negative because you got the death, you got the tower. But again, I always, as a reader and as a person, come from a place of empowerment. You are empowered. You are empowered. You have your spiritual team backing you. You have spirit backing you. You are powerful. Okay. So, and again, in this particular case, what these cards are showing me is that the tower that you have with the devil in reverse is something that you Ben should have gotten rid of. You know what I mean? It's time to be done with whatever that toxicity is. It's time. And that's a good thing. Yes, it may be disruptive, especially because, when it's a devil card, it seems, it gets very entrenched in our life, especially addictions. They're not easy to overcome. And I'm not making light of overcoming addictions. I'm not making light of overcoming toxic attachments, because it could be our family, it could be a spouse, it could be our kid. You know what I mean? Your child. But at the end of the day, if it's toxic, it's toxic. And you need to flip it on its head. And if you got to shake up your world to do that, it's worth it. You are worth it. Your destiny is worth it. Your purpose is worth it. Because again, you're doing it out of love. You're doing it out of love. Okay. And this is your commitment to yourself. This is your commitment to who you want to be and who you came here to be, because your soul knows who that is. So ashe to pile number 3. Now we're going to pile number 4. I'm writing down the timestamps. Okay. And this is those who chose the green, beautiful, ornate elephant. Okay. This elephant is very cool. One of my favorites. I love it. It's like a metal. It's clay. It's a beautiful elephant. It was gifted to me by a very beautiful person. And I just love that elephant. So let's see what the cards have for you. So we have release and surrender over the next 7 days. Release and surrender. The angel of strength is with you. Okay. A new start is coming. A new beginning. A new start is coming. New moon. Okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 5 of Swords upright. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. The 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, no major arcana. No major arcana. What sticks out for me, for those in this pile in the next 7 days, I want you to think about you're opening up more. where you were closed off before, you're opening up more. And in the past, you may have been closed off because of arguments and fighting and needing to prove that you're right and be right, and or be around someone who's always trying to prove that they're right and that, they need to argue and make a point, right? But you're opening up more in spite of this energy. You're opening up more to talking things out, okay? Because the Nine of Swords in reverse, you're tired of how this energy has been affecting you, even with your ability to rest. And rest is not just about sleep, even though the Nine of Swords, is about a lot of times about not getting enough sleep or enough rest, what have you. But the Nine of Swords in reverse, rest is also not just about physical sleep. It's about, I look at rest also as about faith and hope. Because if I know that I can't miss what's meant for me, I'm not going to stress about it. That's where faith comes in, because at the end of the day, you just kind of accept what is. And yeah, it may be shitty, but you know what? I believe in miracles. I believe in the power of hope and faith and love. And you'd be surprised how acceptance gives you so much power, right? And at the end of the day, it's also about acceptance. Like, acceptance is powerful too. In the next 7 days, you're going to realize how powerful acceptance is. And it's going to open you up to where you were closed off before, because you're accepting things the way that they are and not fighting about it. Like, I'm to the point, you know what? I mean, if you ask me my opinion, I'll tell you. Other than that, if you say 5 plus 5 is 22, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you, because you are your own person. You have your own journey. You have your own karma to work out. You have your own life to figure out. And I'm not going to try to force a grown person, or any person really, to see something that, you know what, I have full faith that if spirit means for you to see it, you will see it. And if not, then you won't. I mean, I really don't know what else to say, because look here, a new start is coming. You have the angel of strength, and you are to release and surrender. So that goes right along with the Nine of Swords in reverse. You are releasing, you're surrendering it, you're accepting it. The angels say here that we shower you with blessings of radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Ashe. So that is complete confirmation for this too, because the Four of Pentacles upright is being closed off and holding tight, and being closed off and just holding and hoarding. And reverse means that you're not doing that. You are surrendering. You're opening your hands and arms and your heart to your spirit team, your angelic support, to those who spirit, God, the universe sends on your path to help you. Okay. You're finding your strength. You have the angel of strength with you. Look at the lion there. It's like the strength card in the traditional tarot. Strength is a theme for this week for a lot of us, actually. A lot of other piles had strength pop up in some way, because we are calling on our inner strength in the next 7 days to do what we need to do, to release, to surrender. A new start is coming. So this is from the Moonology deck, and this is about a new moon. Now, I'm doing this reading right before a new moon, even though this is a timeless read, but that's the energy that you will keep for those in pile number 4. You will keep the energy of a new start, because you're releasing, you're willing to surrender. It's going to feel like a new beginning, because you are now more open to your spirit team. You're more open to receiving more love and not just holding on and hoarding to what you have, and really releasing this energy. Even though this card popped up, the Five of Swords, you're releasing this energy. You are not fighting anymore. You are not trying to fight for anymore. You will fight for what you want, and if you have to speak up and assert yourself, you will do that. But outside of, fighting with someone to make a point to make them open up and be open-minded, you're not doing that anymore. So confirmation for this, out of the 1001 symbols, you can look for a symbol to confirm this pile for you in the next 7 days. Let's see what we have here. So you're going to look for, okay, the snake and the scorpion. If you see a snake and a scorpion artwork, anything, whether it's on social media, on TV, in a book, a commercial, anywhere, driving along a billboard, if you see that symbolism, know that your confirmation is there. And maybe that's why you were closed off in the past, because you were dealing with people who were like snakes and who were like scorpions, always ready to sting or bite or do something sneaky. And you're done with that. You're done with fighting to prove something to these people, fighting to help people understand you or understand a certain perspective. You are more focused on releasing and surrendering and, giving into your own path and accepting things that they are, so that you can be open to this new start. You're open to something new, something better, and not stuck in the old ways of thinking and feeling always arguing, fussing and fighting, being negative and all of that toxic stuff. You're releasing that venom. Ashe, that's what it is. You're releasing that venom from, snakes and scorpions. That's a reminder that, I'm done with venom. I'm done with venomous creatures. I'm done with Venom. I'm done with, like the movie Venom. I went to see the new Venom. I actually didn't like Venom that much. I was like, I just didn't think it was great. The kids loved it, but I didn't think it was that great of a movie. But yeah, you're done with the venom. You're done with venomous creatures. You're done with having to fight and prove and do all of this with venomous creatures. It's like, all right, you say that, okay, fine. And you're gonna release it and just accept yourself. Find your own inner strength and not get into needless battles over who's right and who's wrong and nonsense like that. So that's your advice for the next 7 days for those who chose pile number 4. So thank you so much for tuning into this read. If you liked the content, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I upload videos. To end, I'm going to add just a little bit of sound healing. I have this wonderful instrument that was gifted to me. This is sound bowl. You're going to feel the vibrations. The last time I did this, I started coughing. Now, I burn sage, but I burn sage all the time and I don't cough. So it was letting me know that I still had some things to express, even though I'm a very expressive person. I'm a Life Path 3 and I have a YouTube channel. Obviously, I have Instagram. I'm a Reiki healer and a baker and a public speaker. So, but there's always more healing to do, right? Because we're constantly ascending and transcending. And that's the whole point. We want to look past just what we see and transcend. And so I'm going to play a little bit on this instrument. You can close your eyes if you want and see where it hits you in your body. Ashe. Okay. So, wishing everyone lots of love, lots of light. But you know what? Darkness is not that bad because we have to tune into our dark side to appreciate the light. So, thank you so much. If you're interested in a Reiki healing, you can hit me up on Instagram at Allison's Cookie. I also have my bakery on there where you can place an order through Instagram or check out my website at www.hopeandcookies.com. You can DM me on Instagram at Allison's Cookie. I do my distance Reiki via Instagram. We would schedule the healing session. You would cash at me and we would go ahead and do a distance Reiki. Reiki is not limited by time or space. So you will receive the healing. It comes directly from source. Ashe. So thank you so much.